Imagine walking through a museum and coming across a display case filled with mysterious artifacts. Each piece has its own unique story, an enigma waiting to be unraveled. You might think, what secrets do they hold? For many of these artifacts, the whispers of history are as elusive as the object themselves. Today, we're diving into the hidden stories behind history's most mysterious artifacts, those intriguing relics that have baffled historians and archaeologists for centuries. Grab your favorite snack and get cozy. This is going to be a wild ride through time. Let's kick things off with what is perhaps one of the most famous artifacts in the world, the Rosetta Stone. Discovered in 1799 by French soldiers in Egypt, this granodiorite stele became the key to deciphering Egyptian hieroglyphs. Imagine the excitement. The stone features inscriptions in three scripts: Greek, Demotic, and hieroglyphic. At first glance, it might seem like an ancient version of Lost in Translation. But little did they know, it would unlock the entire world of Egyptian history and culture. Now, putting ourselves in the shoes of the early 19th century translators, Richard Francis Burton and Thomas Young, we can almost hear the groans of confusion as they scratch their heads over the ancient symbols. It took years, but eventually Jean-François Champollion cracked the code in 1822. Thanks to the Rosetta Stone, we moved from that looks like a bird, to a rich understanding of ancient Egypt. What would the world be like if they never solve it? We might still be reading hieroglyphs, like we read alien languages. Next up is a little gem that seems lifted straight from a fantasy novel, the Antikythera mechanism. Discovered in a shipwreck off the coast of the Greek island Antikythera in 1901, this ancient device is an astronomical calculator that dates back to the 2nd century BCE. Imagine explaining it to your friends. Oh, this old thing? Just a 2,000-year-old computer used to predict eclipses and the positions of celestial bodies. Use your imagination. How mind-blowing would it have been to hold something so advanced? In an era when most folks were just trying to figure out the art of agriculture, scholars often scratch their heads over how these ancient Greeks could create such a sophisticated piece of machinery. It's almost as if the Antikythera mechanism fell through a time portal from the future. Think of it as a mechanical time capsule that illustrates the brilliance of ancient Greek engineering, a perfect blend of math, science, and artistry. Talk about a historical mystery that continues to leave us all starry-eyed. While we're on the topic of time, let's swing over to the astonishing discovery known as the Terracotta Army. Buried near the tomb of the first emperor of China, Qin Shi Huang, this army of life-size statues was discovered accidentally in 1974 by farmers digging a well. Can you picture the moment of discovery? 1 minute, you're just going about your day, and the next, you uncover thousands of ancient warriors ready to go into battle. The sheer scale of the Terracotta Army is staggering. An estimated 8,000 soldiers, along with horses and chariots, stand guard over the emperor's tomb, all crafted with incredible detail and craftsmanship. What's so fascinating is that these terracotta figures were designed to protect the emperor in the afterlife. You have to love a culture that takes the concept of "you can't take it with you" to a whole new level. And speaking of immense craftsmanship, let's leap forward in time to examine one of the most debated objects in modern archaeology, the Shroud of Turin. Allegedly, the burial cloth of Jesus Christ. This piece of linen is shrouded in layers of mystery. No pun intended. Throughout history, many have claimed the shroud holds the imprint of Christ's face and body. It's sparked heated debates. Genuine artifact or a medieval forgery? Scientific tests have yielded conflicting results, leaving us all guessing. Every new study adds a layer, no pun intended, of intrigue. Was it a miraculous imprint, or was it crafted by the hands of an artist in the Middle Ages? With a history that spans centuries and involves scientific experimentation, religious implications, and cultural significance, the Shroud of Turin stands as one of the most intensely scrutinized artifacts in history. And we can't forget about the infamous Nazca lines in Peru. Did you know these enormous geoglyphs were created between 500 BCE and 500 CE? When seen from the air, they reveal intricate designs of various animals, plants, and shapes, some stretching nearly half a mile long. While many theories surround their creation, the real reason remains a mystery. Were they part of a religious ritual, astronomical calendars, or just really ambitious doodles? It's like the ancient inhabitants decided to create the world's largest outdoor art exhibit, but we're still trying to figure out the meaning. Imagine being an archaeologist who stumbles across these stunning lines, wondering how many people it took to create them, and why on earth they chose to make them on such a grand scale. The Nazca lines are a testament to the ingenuity of ancient civilization and a reminder that, even today, we have much to learn about our past. Maybe our ancestors were just big fans of aerial artistry. Let's also take a moment to appreciate the enigmatic Voynich Manuscript. This perplexing manuscript, filled with unique illustrations and written in an untranslatable script, has stumped scholars, cryptographers, and amateur detectives alike for over 400 years. Theories abound about its creation, with guesses ranging from an elaborate hoax to an untranslatable language. Imagine being a linguist, poring over the pages, only to find yourself even more bemused. The illustrations show botanical drawings, astrological diagrams, and oddly enough, bathing nymphs. So it's clear the creator had quite the imagination. Just try solving a riddle that's anything but straightforward. The Voynich Manuscript continues to taunt those who dare to decipher it, making it a literary puzzle worthy of any time travel adventure. Now let's take a brief detour to Africa to discuss the historic Rosetta Stone of the African continent, the Great Zimbabwe Ruins. Once a bustling city from the 11th to 15th centuries, the Great Zimbabwe befuddled European settlers who encountered the impressive stone structures in the 19th century. Early explorers mistakenly attributed its construction to outsiders, thinking it was built by the whites, not the local Shona people. This misconception leads to a broader discussion about historical narratives and how they shape our understanding of the past. The realization that the Great Zimbabwe stands as a symbol of indigenous African ingenuity is both inspiring and vital to recognize. Standing tall in the heart of southern Africa, this site reveals the sophistication of ancient civilizations, challenging preconceived narratives and inviting both curiosity and reverence. Every artifact we've mentioned has its own hidden story, layered with intrigue, history, and often inexplicable mystery. From the Rosetta Stone to the Nazca lines and the Great Zimbabwe ruins, each object reminds us that history is more than just dates and events. It's a jigsaw puzzle waiting to be completed. So, the next time you find yourself in front of a museum artifact, remember the stories woven into its existence. Each piece calls out for us to listen, to learn, and yes, to marvel at the vast tapestry that is our shared history. As we continue to explore these hidden stories, never underestimate the power of curiosity and investigation. Who knows what other mysteries lie hidden in plain sight, just waiting for someone to dig a little deeper. So keep your sense of wonder alive, and let the exploration of history lead you to uncharted territories, not just in time, but in understanding what it means to be human.